and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Number 8 on return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Oh, what a juke into space. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
4 down. Check.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
4 down.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here goes the high. Like 20.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go, boys. Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting ahead at the 15. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
4 down. Run! Like 20. Out. Hey, 62. Stay hot. We're good. 99.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got 4.
They send Green to the left on his own. Now Keenum throwing on second. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Stop right there. Here goes the hot. Like 20.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
In your face.
Extra point forthcoming. Point after, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here goes hot. Like 20.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here goes the hot. Like 20.
On second down, Freeman trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here goes the hot. Like 20. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Roger. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, orange.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And the Steelers set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Complete to Bryant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Now they try the right side here. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Tight right. 4 down. Alert.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Set! Like 20.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Down. 22.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
Here goes the high.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Let's go. Here goes the high.
Here's Keenum. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
4 down. AB.
Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
4 down. Check.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this misses away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Here goes high. Right, 20, 22, 22.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Vontaze Burfict in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here goes the hot. Right, 20. Here we go, boys. 6-man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But it's a strong safety position to end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now out come the Steelers. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
We got 4.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going deep here for Bryant. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken near the 13. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, they ended up with a solid game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Here we go.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Boston Scott, his first carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We're good.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And Green with a catch left side. 30, 20, and he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Working from the gun, Keenum finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Tight right. Run! Right 20! 4 down. Switch it. Hey, jam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Snickers.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Let's go.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Snickers, you got to spin.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
We're good.
On 1st down, Keenum. Green's got it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, we are. Hot.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Here we go, 50, 50. Mike, 50.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Here we go, boys.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Here goes hot. Wait, 20.
They run with Pumphrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
You got him. You got him.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight. Even. 4 down.
And they'll run it here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big. 53's Mike. Check. 50. Jack 16. In your 26.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Set. White 80.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We got 4. We got set. Black 30. Kings. Jack 16. Jack 43. Kill. Kings. Kill.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Cincinnati, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.